Today I am talking about Christmas food shopping and what I do to save money on my Christmas food shop, because the Christmas food shop is one of the most expensive parts of Christmas, isn't it? And majority of the time that food goes to waste because we buy all this stuff for Christmas and then we're told when we're kids, don't touch it, it's for Christmas. Am I right? Am I the only household? I'm sure there's many households where their parents said that, and I bet some of us still do it to this day. We're always told not to touch it for Christmas. At Christmas time, we're allowed to have it. There's so much of it that most of it just goes to waste, or it's there for ages afterwards and we're still trying to get through it all. So I now made a plan that I don't actually do that anymore. I still buy stuff and put it away for Christmas, but I try not to go over the top. I try to be a bit more realistic about what it is that we're actually going to need over the Christmas period, or that we're actually going to want over the Christmas period. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about that and give you my tips that I do and the strategy that I have to help me save money on my big Christmas food shop. So the first thing that I do is I actually plan ahead. So what are we actually doing over the Christmas period? And my Christmas period is just those 3 days, because after I've done Christmas Eve to Boxing Day, I try and get straight back into the habit of my usual meal plans, my usual routine, just trying to get some nutrition back in my body, because we all overindulge a bit, don't we, at Christmas? As part of the socializing stuff. So straight after Boxing Day, I try and get myself back into a routine again, as well as obviously get my son in a routine if he's with me and not with his dad. So that's what I do first. I start planning, where am I going? Is anyone coming to me? What do we need to do, etc., etc. After I've done that, the next thing I do is I make a meal plan. I make a meal plan just those 3 days, because most shops either open on Boxing Day, which they shouldn't, everyone should have a day off, or they open on the 27th, and I'm sure you can buy enough food to get you through for 3 days. So I start making a meal plan for those 3 days. What are we having for breakfast, lunch and dinner? Where are we having our main Christmas dinner? So this year we're having it on Christmas Eve, because my son goes to his dad Christmas Day lunchtime, and I like to spend Christmas Day morning with him rather than in the kitchen. So we have it on Christmas Eve dinner time. That's when we'll have our main Christmas dinner. So what am I going to be having for the rest of those 3 days? I make a meal plan and I write down everything I need for those meals. But I'm also really realistic, because it can be quite easy if you're going to do a bit of a buffet and you've only got 2 to 3 people and you've bought enough to feed a small army. I'm just realistic. What is it that my little one will actually eat? What will I eat? What will my mum eat? All those kind of things. So, and if we're going to buy packets of stuff, is it something I can freeze and that we can have breakfast at another time or anything like that? So I try and be a bit more savvy about what we're actually having, where it's still festive, it's still a treat, but I can also freeze whatever's left over to have at a later date. So that's kind of how I do things. So I write that meal plan and I write all the ingredients that I need. So I'm starting my shopping list already. And then that's all I need to do for a meal plan and the shopping list. That is what we definitely need. We need those kind of things. The next part of my shopping list, which is the next thing I do, is what do I usually buy on a weekly basis? My usual weekly shop. Am I going to do that on my big Christmas shop, or am I going to do my weekly shop before, a couple of days before Christmas, and then just go and do the Christmas shop? So you've got to make that decision about what is best for you, or what your timing's like, and when you can get to the shop. So I'm probably going to be doing my weekly shop about 2 to 3 days before Christmas, not buy everything I have, but buy enough to get me through. And then on Christmas Eve, I'll go and do my Christmas shop, where I'll buy everything that I need for those 3 days. You don't have to do it that way. That's just the way that I do it. But I always make sure that I have my weekly shop, because that gets me back into a routine quite quickly. The next thing I do after I've planned ahead, I've got my meal plan and I've got my shopping list, is I set a budget. Now, we've got our shopping list and we'll have a budget, but as we all know, these supermarkets are brilliant, aren't they? And they put things in the right places and right in front of you. They make it look all pretty, and it's Christmas and you're feeling good and you used a good old excuse, oh, go on, it's Christmas, treat yourself. And it's like, I don't need it. So I always set my budget of what I do on my weekly shop, and then I always put extra on, because you're still going to buy the odd treat here and there, aren't you? Because it's Christmas. So yeah, I do set the budget as well. So I have my usual shopping budget that I do every week, and then I'll add on a little bit extra for any other treats, and then add on as well for the ingredients that I need for the meal. So I kind of got like 3 budgets. So it's my weekly shopping budget, my Christmas meal plan budget, and then I've got the extras budget, which can be anything from £10 to £20 depending what your budget and your finances are like. I mean, it's completely up to you. It also depends on how many people you've got in your family. I mean, it's just me and my son, so 2, cheaper. I also make sure that I have an essentials list, and I actually start buying the essentials list now. So you'll see in my food hauls that I've been buying like medicines and paracetamol just in case someone gets sick over Christmas. But I am going to be starting to buy cling film, parchment paper, tin foil, food bags, washing up sponges, all the essential stuff that we need. So that because it's easy to forget those things, isn't it? It's really easy to forget them when there's so much going on at Christmas. Remembering our essentials can be quite, well, we can forget it. So hold on a sec. Oh, you're up? Oh, you're being grumpy. It's the dog. I'll show you him in a bit. But yeah, he's doing okay. He's doing okay. His skin infection is clearing up. He's getting a bit better, but he's just a grumpy old dog. So where was I? Yes, don't forget your essentials. So make sure that you've got enough parchment paper. Make sure you've got enough cling film and tin foil and slow cooker linings or whatever else that you think you may need. Always make sure that you've got your essentials. I would start picking them up now, like on my weekly shops. Just pick up another roll of parchment paper just so you've got it extra, so you know you're not going to run out, because like I said, it's really easy to forget those things, really easy, and then you're there like trying to be a bit more inventive about to do things on Christmas Day. Okay, the next thing is, when you are doing your shopping, make sure that you are having any loyalty cards that you may have, or even sign up to some loyalty cards. Even if it's too late for you now, sign up for next year. Get those loyalty cards in. Use your Tesco Club card. Use your Asda reward points if you're doing that. Use your cashback sites as well if you do your shopping online. And make sure that you've got your receipt apps too, so you can scan all your receipts and get points too. So make sure that you're using any loyalty cards that you may have already. Don't forget to use them, because it's going to help you in the long run. Also, before you go shopping, it could be a good idea to check comparison sites to see where have got the best deals right now and where your shopping would be the cheapest place to go. So there is that option: loyalty cards and comparison sites and cashback apps. Use them all. Use everything. Okay, get as much money saved, as much money back as you can. Use it all. Okay, so what loyalty cards do you have? We have a Tesco Club card and we have Asda Rewards, and I've actually got an Asda Christmas card that every week you can go to Asda and put money on it, and then at the end of the year when you do your Christmas shop, the money's already on there. Does anybody else do that, or is that... I'm sure everybody does that. Does anybody not know about that? Do let me know in the comment box below. And then a few other little tips that I have. Sorry about the dog. We'll give him a minute. Sorry about that. He's having a bit of a grumble. Oh, you coming on my lap now? He's a grumpy old dog. He really is. Oh, there we go. Good boy. I feel like something from James Bond with a dog, not cat. I want to say Pussy Galore, but I'm not sure that's right. Anyway. So the next three things that I have that I do is for my Christmas shop is, if you can, shop alone. Don't take the kids with you. Don't even take your partner with you, because they won't think about all the budgeting stuff and they'll just chop things in. So don't just go alone. Have a little bit of food shop therapy and just go alone. And also the second one is to go early. So I think Asda and Aldi, which is where I will shop, they open at 6 o'clock in the morning. So my mum will watch my son while he's either sleeping or he's up, like, getting excited over Christmas. And I will go shopping at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll get in there really early. It is still a little bit busy, but it's not as busy as it would be at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I go, I get what I need to go and get, and I get out. The quicker I can get in and get out, the better. I've got my shopping list. I've got my headphones in so no one can talk to me, and I'm focused. I'm like, let's go. So shop early, shop alone if you can. I know we all can't do that, but if you're able to do that, do it. I get up at 4:30 every single day, so getting to the shop at 6 is not a problem for me. But if you are not an early riser, set your alarm to get in the food shop as quick as possible, unless you're one of these people that wait until the end of the day when all the massive yellow stickers and clearance items go on sale because you need to get rid of it over the next day or so. So, whatever suits you. Has anyone done that? Because I've never done that before. Go at the end of the day on Christmas Eve. So let me know if you've done that and what it's actually like. I'd love to know. I really am curious to know whether it's worth doing it. And then the final one is start buying in bulk now if you can, and then freeze things. So for me, I don't know if I've said it on the video already. For me, I bought a chicken in the clearance in a yellow sticker section, and I froze it. I don't eat meat, so it'll be a chicken for my mum and my son. They're not a fan of turkey. They find it can be quite dry, so they just prefer chicken. So I saw one on the yellow sticker for £3 something, and I put it straight in the freezer, and that chicken's for Christmas Day. And so if you can find things like that you'll know you're going to have, it's on the clearance, it just needs to go straight in the freezer when you go home, do it. Just put it straight in the freezer. Trust me, it's going to save you so much more money on your Christmas Eve shop than it would any other time. All you need to do is remember to get it out of the freezer. I usually get that out on Christmas Eve, unless, of course, you're having it on Christmas Eve, and I'll get it out the day before. So if there's anything that you can buy that you can freeze, do it now. Start buying things now. If you've got the room to freeze it, start buying that now. And look for the offers. It's really important to look for any offers that come on, because there will be loads of offers, especially on alcohol. Now, I don't drink, so that's a thing that I don't have to worry about. But if you are a drinker, there will be some offers on alcohol over the next few weeks, I'm sure. So make sure you're keeping an eye out for those, and you're taking advantage of those offers, and put it up for Christmas. And no one's allowed to touch it till Christmas. So there are my top tips of what I do to save money on my food bill. But I am going to be doing another video on the food that I will be having over Christmas. So what we actually do, what treats that we have, and all those other fun things. That is another video that is coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos over the next few weeks, all about Christmas tips and tricks. And there's going to be some videos of the shops with their Christmas stuff in. The range is coming real soon. That is going to be in 3 or 4 parts, because there was so much stuff. So much. I was literally could spend a fortune in there, and they were still putting things out when I was recording. So I haven't I have to go back to the range because I haven't finished, because they were still putting things out. But that is coming up soon. But I would love to know, do you have any other tips on how to save money on your food bill that I haven't covered today? Because maybe I don't know and I can use it myself. But the one big thing that I do say is be realistic about the food that you actually need and the food that you actually want, or whether or not it's the whole festive vibe that is making you buy extra food, because we don't want to waste food. And more importantly, we don't want to waste money. So that's why I'm very realistic about how much we are actually going to eat and what treats there are. But a new food video will be coming up of how I actually do all my food stuff and how I freeze things on a meal plan and what we're all having over the Christmas period. So there you go, guys. I hope this was informative. It feels like I've rambled a little bit. I'm still bunged up. I've still got this cold, even though I feel absolutely fine, apart from a bit tired, but my nose just feels like loads of crap up there. It's not coming out. Anywho, I'm going to be heading off and seeing the dog. This is the dog. Say hi, Tobe. That's the dog. He's on the mend. He's getting better. We haven't lost him yet. So that's all I've got for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.